What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and this is your stimulus and infrastructure bill update as of today, November 1st, 2021, as we have an update for you. As Senator Bernie Sanders, he is pushing to include more provisions, more stimulus in the reconciliation stimulus bill. Take a look at this video footage that just came out yesterday. Take a look at this clip really quick.
Well, it's not in the bill yet.
I want to just make sure that I understand what you're saying. You're saying you're continuing that effort. You want to still add it before the House votes? You want to add it to the bill that the House...
Absolutely. But we want to move both bills in tandem. And the second bill, the bill that deals with the needs of the working class of this country in terms of childcare, in terms of pre-K, that deals with the existential threat of climate, that bill is still being worked on literally today. It will be worked on tomorrow. I believe we're making some progress in making it even stronger than it is.
So there you have it, and we're going to be seeing a very fired up Bernie Sanders in this video clip. I'm going to be sharing with you the entire thing. Stick around with me, and we're seeing articles coming out like this. Take a look, you guys. Bernie Sanders is working to get progressive items in the Biden spending plan, and we're hearing he is not happy with where things currently stand with the $1.75 trillion stimulus reconciliation bill. He wants to get provisions back in it, and I shared with you some video footage in another video I just recently did where they're saying progressives, they want to get stimulus, more of it, back in there. They're not happy with all the stimulus that has been cut out. Take a look at this, you guys. Senator Bernie Sanders said that he is working to include progressive policies like allowing the government to negotiate prescription drug prices into President Biden's $1.75 trillion social spending plan, and he believes that he can get all 50 Democratic senators on board despite two notable holdouts. And yes, we're going to be hearing him also discuss Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin in this video clip. Now, also, you guys, I'm going to be sharing this with you, but also wanted to share with you some breaking news just coming out this morning. Take a look, you guys. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says that she has tested positive for the virus. So I'm going to give you an update on her status, along with getting you caught up on where things stand with stimulus reconciliation and the infrastructure bill, which we're hearing they want to have all wrapped up by tomorrow. That's right. So we're going to dive right in, get you caught up on the latest as of today, November 1st, 2021. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. Don't forget, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps out a ton. Thank you so much. Right now, I'm doing about 3 uploads per day during the week because there's so much information going on. So be sure to also hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell to come join the viewing community, the Ram fam, to stay up to speed on everything going on with economic news. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. That's by far the best way to get a hold of me. If you got any specific questions for me, and I go through all my DMs, I get a lot of them, so give me a little time to respond, but I go through and I will do my best to get you any answers to any questions that you have, you guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. All right, so we're going to be getting to the video footage of Bernie Sanders here in just a second, but very quickly, I want to cover the breaking news for you. Link in the description below. It says, Jen Psaki, White House Press Secretary, says that she has tested positive for the pandemic. And it says, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says that she has contracted the pandemic and is experiencing mild symptoms. So far, she's doing well. In a statement on Sunday, Psaki said that she was last in contact with the United States President Joe Biden on Tuesday when she met him in the White House, where they were more than 6 feet apart, social distancing, and also wearing masks. Now, Biden, who is tested frequently, last tested negative on Saturday, according to the White House. So they're saying it does not look like she has passed it on to the president, and he is okay, testing negative so far. Psaki, who is 42, did not accompany Biden on his trip abroad to Rome this weekend for the Group of 20 Summit and Glasgow, Scotland on Monday for the United Climate Summit. So you guys, right now, Psaki is experiencing mild symptoms, seems to be doing well, and we're hearing that the president, he has not contracted it. So far, so good for that. Now, let's go ahead and discuss what's going on with stimulus reconciliation and Bernie Sanders' thoughts on this, as we saw in that previous article. And let's take a look at this interview that took place with him on CNN. Let's go ahead and dive right in.
You have said there are major gaps in this plan. Several of your priorities, paid leave, dental and vision for Medicare, giving the government power to negotiate lower prescription drug prices for seniors. That's not in the deal. You saw that House progressives endorsed the compromise. Do you?
Well, it's not in the bill yet, but what I can tell you, Donna, we are working right now. I spent all of yesterday on the telephone. Look, we are paying the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. The pharmaceutical industry has spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to make certain that Americans pay 10 times more for some drugs than the Canadians or the Mexicans do. That fight continues. And the fight to expand Medicare. Look, poll after poll shows that the American people understand it is not acceptable that elderly people have teeth in their mouth that are rotting. They can't digest their food. They don't have the vision that they need in order to read a newspaper. So we are continuing that effort.
So
and
can I
it pains me very much. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to just make sure that I understand what you're saying. You're saying you're continuing that effort. You want to still add it before the House votes? You want to add it to the bill that the House...
Absolutely. Look, we're working, as everybody should know, we're on two separate bills. You got a bipartisan infrastructure bill, which will finally begin to address the reality that our roads and our bridges and our water systems are crumbling. That's one bill. But we want to move both bills in tandem. And the second bill, the bill that deals with the needs of the working class of this country in terms of childcare, in terms of pre-K, that deals with the existential threat of climate, that bill is still being worked on literally today. It will be worked on tomorrow. I believe we're making some progress in making it even stronger than it is.
If you don't succeed in that progress, will you support the framework as it currently stands, what the White House released at the end of the week?
Well, all I will tell you is we have a very, very strong bill, and it deals with the fact that we are going to start paying attention to the needs of working parents, continue that $300. We're going to build affordable housing. We're going to make sure that elderly people and people with disabilities can stay at home rather than be forced into a nursing home, etc. We're going to demand that the wealthiest people in this country start paying their fair share of taxes.
So that sounds like that's a yes. If you're not successful, you will support it.
It's a very good bill. No, but I am right now. I can tell you, I worked yesterday, we're working today, we're going to work tomorrow to strengthen that bill. It is outrageous that we continue to pay the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. I want to ask you about that. And that 1 out of 4 Americans cannot afford the prescriptions that their doctors write. That is not acceptable.
Let's talk about that, because that is one of the priorities that right now is on the cutting room floor, allowing the government to negotiate lower drug prices for seniors. I've heard you talk about this hundreds of times, probably. I was told that Senator Kyrsten Sinema says she opposes it because it stifles innovation in the pharmaceutical industry. What do you make of that? And what conversations, you're saying you're working on trying to change this, are you talking to her? Do you think that she is convincible?
Look, this is not about Senator Sinema or Senator Manchin. It's about 50 senators and the outrage.
Yeah, but they make up,
have one
Matt,
Republican.
they make up the 50 senators.
So do we all. But here is the bottom line. Last year, pharmaceutical industry made $50 billion in profit. Last year, the top CEOs made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in outrageous levels of compensation. All right. So the issue is right now, the pharmaceutical industry is doing everything that it can to make sure that 1 out of 4 Americans is unable to afford the prescriptions that their doctors write. People are dying. The cost of insulin is totally 10 times more in this country.
Will you vote for a bill that doesn't include
that? Anyone
that?
tells me...
You're talking about how important it is. Would you vote for a bill that doesn't include changing what you're describing as a very big problem?
As soon as I leave the studio, I'm going to be going back home to get on the phone to make sure that we have it. The American people, over 80% of the American people, give you an example. Right now, the Veterans Administration is paying half because they negotiate prescription drug prices. They are paying literally 50% of what Medicare is paying. Does that make any sense to anybody? You have one government agency paying half as much as another government agency. That has got to be dealt with. We are working very hard to make that happen.
So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, she outright asked him, will you vote for the bill if it does not include it in it? And we didn't hear him give a strong yes or no, but we heard him say that he's working right now. And as soon as the interview's over, he's going to go and he's going to be continuing to make calls, trying to push to get these things included. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think he's going to take a strong stance on this and not allow it to go through unless that's included? Kind of like we're seeing moderate senators Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin do to get things taken out. We will see. The fight is going on, and they're saying they want to have this all wrapped up by tomorrow. Now we will see, and I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And as I mentioned, I'm doing about 2-3 uploads a day now with all the news rolling out. And you guys, I'll be sure to keep you up to speed here on the channel. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash the like button, helps out with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll keep you up to date, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.